So welcome to the infographic challenge. So John, what's the big idea?
We want to honour all those who suffered for our freedom in World War I.
Exactly, because it's the centenary of the armistice this November. It's a great way to combine maths and literacy, history.
And art.
Art, fantastic. So, what is an infographic?
Well, in this challenge, we're looking for a poster or possibly an animation.
Well, I kind of think of an infographic as a way to communicate an idea without words, but it has to have data on it.
Yeah, it's information as a graphic.
So how do we make an infographic?
Well, what we're going to focus on is how we do that in two key applications, and there's a lot of similarities in what we're doing across both applications, and those applications are Pages and Keynote, and we're going to show that to you on an iPad.
Let's see how we put together an infographic on iPad.
So we open Keynote on our iPad and we just enter a couple of data points. In this case, we're going to have 10 soldiers compared to 100 soldiers. So we just set that text at 50 point and copy and paste to get 2 data points. So let's go and create another slide, but in this occasion we're going to select the circle from the Shapes menu and enter our data point of 10 soldiers. We'll then adjust the size to 50 point as we had previously, and you'll notice it doesn't fit within the circle, but we can drag that circle out. Okay, if we copy and paste the 10 soldier data point and edit that to 100, what we can now do is make that circle larger to represent the proportional difference in size between the two values. So let's create a third slide. On this occasion, we're going to go to the Shape Library and have a look for people. And there we go. We've got a man figure. So what we're going to do is put the data 10 to represent 10 soldiers. Again, adjust it to 50 point, which means we may have to increase the size of the man. There we go. Let's put him over there. Once we're happy with that, we can copy and paste, put another version, edit the data point to 100, and just simply stretch out the size so that it represents the much larger size relative to the value. So we're going to create yet another slide, but this time we're going to look at pie charts or percentages really. So we're going to put in a standard pie chart, and then we're going to go and have to edit the data cells. So again, this is made up data, but we're going to put in a number to represent the number of men or women that might have worked as nurses during World War I. So let's say this is completely fictionary data. We're making it up on the spot. So now we have a standard pie chart, 75% and 25%. And we can move that segment out if we wish. But Keynote has a new form of pie chart known as a donut, which is fundamentally just a pie chart with a hole in the middle. Hopefully you can get the idea here again. Now we want the same data points as we had in the last pie chart, so we've got to go and edit those. If you hadn't noticed, I've sped up the screen recording here using iMovie. Anyhow, so there we have a donut with 75% and 25%. I'm going to search shapes to find the one I want. Can't see it obviously, so go into search, type medicine, and I see this medical bag, and I'm just going to sort of put that in the middle. Now I'm going to change the chart color as well so that it matches to a nice blue. And hopefully you can see how this is a slightly different way of using percentages in an infographic form. Okay, so I want to create one more slide, and this is the most complicated one. So I'm going to start by searching for a female or woman form. There we go. And I'm going to place one over here and then copy and paste that so that I have 2. Then I'm going to go back to shapes, and I'm going to go for the basic shapes. And I'm going to add a couple of rectangles. And each of these rectangles, the 2 of them, one represents 75% of the height of the character, the other 25%. And I'm going to place them over the top, the 2 corresponding characters. Then I need to multiple select them. That's clicking both at the same time. Go into the edit menu, and under arrange, I have the ability to subtract one shape from the other. And by doing this, I can cut effectively the female character in half. and I'm just going to shade the top one back an opacity of 50%, and therefore I effectively can create a statistical representation of 25 and 75% here of a character. So it's yet another way of using Keynote and Pages to create an infographic.
So, we hope you found our infographic tutorial useful. There are prizes for the winners of each age category. You'll get one of our enamel lapel badges, a Digital Genius Hero badge, and a certificate.
Fantastic. And if you email me directly, you could be in with a chance of being sent a digital version of this amazing book.
Information is beautiful, and it's a guide to different ways in which you can show information. It's a book on infographics.
Fantastic.